Good morning. Welcome back. So, I'm trying to prep. My sister and my nephews are coming down tomorrow. So I want to get some stuff done. One of the things I'm going to do, because I thought about this yesterday, my nephew's currently in school for welding. So he is okay, according to him, at TIG welding. He hasn't done it in a while, etc., etc. So we got scrap pieces. We'll let him practice. But he's going to do the final weld on his car tomorrow. I think I'm going to have him do this V-band because the V-band's a little thicker, so it'll give him a little more to get onto versus trying to do this thin one that has a very tight area to work around. And this one I'm going to probably adjust today. So I think this side I'm going to finish, and then I'll leave just that one. Plus, it'll also leave it front and center. It's going to do two things. It's going to make him have to weld in different positions because I'm not unbolting it. It's going to stay there. It'll also kind of put him in a mental place because it's front and center. Everyone's going to see that, which it's a good stress. It's a good stressor. It's a real life practice. And it'll also kind of put a little feather in his hat when he can go back and go, I welded on a turbo kit. So we'll have some fun with that. We'll do some practice with him and whatnot, and we'll get him all situated. But I'm going to start with the bird catcher. So like I said, the bird catcher is currently a 6-inch opening. The turbo outlet, or inlet, excuse me. Trying to one-hand everything. Is about 5 1/4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to notch or slit this opening. I'm going to position it on the turbo, and then I'm going to clamp it so it can't move. And then I'm going to put the nose panel on. I think that's what we're going to work on today to start, is getting the nose panel fitted to the bird catcher. If this doesn't end up being the thing I want to do, at least I'll have the hole made already, and then I'll just do a styrofoam plug, pink foam plug. And the goal there will be to essentially recreate this shape in the pink styrofoam to the hole, and then that will get wrapped in fiberglass, resin, everything else, and then it'll get re-put and we'll have it permanently that way. So I'm going to throw you guys on time lapse. Unfortunately, I forgot my other phone today, so most of it's going to be time lapse so that I can have music. But I'm going to throw you guys on time lapse. We'll get this work done, and then I'll check back in after it's finished. Okay, so what you saw and some of what you didn't see was this is now, put it this way, it's tight enough where if I rotate the housing, we're rotating this. So now it's secure. This is lined up, and I'm going to put the nose panel on and then trace this out, and we'll cut it off the nose panel and go from there. But if you look back here, because we were at 6 inches on this OD, and only 5 1/4, I needed to shrink it down. So the first thing you saw me do was put slots in it so I could fold the, here, let's see if I can do it. So, okay. So you see the slots, and those were folded in. Once I got those folded in and kind of to the diameter I needed, where can I put you? There we go. So stay. Once I got those folded in and kind of to to the diameter I needed, then what I did is I took a pair of vice grips. You didn't see this part because I did it off camera because I wanted to sit. But I folded up the ends of these and made them flat so that there's a flat surface for this worm clamp to grab on. I'm not going to say it's perfect because I can clearly see I'll have to make an adjustment, but it does appear kind of in place. I'm gonna make an adjustment. I'll take a bunch of measurements. I'll probably draw a center line on this and then make sure it's pretty well centered to the middle. And then, like I said, we'll trim out the nose panel, and then the nose panel will essentially just suck in all that air as we're driving down the road. The other thing that will happen is there will be a screen in there. It will probably get wrapped around the snout of the turbo itself, and then the bird catcher will go over top of that and get secured. That way it's not going to suck the screen in. I don't want it secured to this because it could suck that in. So I want to secure it to the turbo, which seems to be the most effective way to do that. This is bothering me now, so give me a second. I'm going to fix this real quick. And the best part is this is all stuff my nephew is learning the sheet metal side, at least, because the shop he's in does both. Does welding and sheet metal, so he does HVAC. So he's gonna come in and go, I've made stuff like that before. And I go, yep. And this is how you use it for a completely different reason. Because, I mean, I guess it's HVAC for reducting cold air, right? Something like that. All right, let's try this again. Now, so this is pushing. I need to get it there. And I need to grab one of my handy helper boards so I can apply pressure without potentially injuring myself. It's a little better. Yeah, I mean, this isn't going to be perfect. It's super thin material, but bird catcher's basically in place. Now let's see. 15.5 to there. That's pretty dang good. All right, let's go off the fenders. 20/8 to the outside, 20.5 to this. Needs to shift that way. And obviously it's off the fender, so it's not perfect. But there we go. 20.25. 20.3. I will take that. But I'll tell you what, that was pretty fucking awesome. I don't think I'm gonna weld it. I'm gonna trim some of this back because this front lip here sticks out further. So I think I'm gonna trim that. So like right about here where it starts coming back, I just didn't have the angle right. So I'll go through like this, a nice little trace line, and I'll mark on the inside where it starts in case I miss it. But yeah, that'll trim the back. There is a little bit of a lip right here. I think I'm gonna roll that. I'll trim it, I'll fold it in a little, just to keep this pretty rigid. But yeah, that's essentially what she's gonna look like. Not bad for a street car, huh?